You're listening to Mix Off Air with Duffy Moon, Amber Kaye, Camper Kyle, and Kelsey Laurenz. And now, the Mix Mornings Post Show.
Yeah.
I just want to point out right now, my daughter is sleeping on the sofa in my office, and my son is eating chili dogs watching Amazon Prime TV on my computer.
Why?
It's a good life.
Yeah.
A great life.
Did they have nothing better to do? They're just like,
the person watching them had a doctor's appointment, so they dropped them off here. So
Well, I'm kind of, I did the same thing not too long ago.
You slept on my couch and ate chili dogs.
and watch TV.
When you went out for lunch, that's exactly what I did.
But so during the show this morning, you were talking about wisdom balls and golden snatches. And
you guys somehow Duffy brought up the golden snatch, which is the golden snitch. He just keeps getting the word mixed up for some reason.
Harry Potter.
Snitch. What's the difference?
That's what Harry's always trying to catch, right?
Yeah. Well, so the game, so
when he catches it.
Oh, does he catch it?
He does catch it.
I mean, does he catch it? It's like a Quidditch game in every episode.
He catches it multiple different times.
I thought it was called cabbage.
No, it's called Quidditch. So I don't know how it got brought up, but it was like 10 seconds of the show, and I thought we should expand on it.
Yeah, you're like, there's some kind of something
neat
with Native Americans and cabbage balls.
I wouldn't say Native Americans. No, I actually took notes. I did some research, and I took notes. So I'm well versed.
Okay.
You did come in with
I did, yeah.
guns blazing.
So Quidditch, right? We all know what Quidditch is.
No.
Well, some of us. So Quidditch is the game in Harry Potter, right?
Okay.
Kelsey, you feel free to help me out whenever you get something wrong.
Fly on vacuums.
Yeah, no.
Actually,
brooms.
one does. Well, not in the game, though, but like the movie, I think. Anywho.
He flies on a vacuum?
I couldn't tell you.
I'm
sorry. I'm trying to
remember that scene. I couldn't. Quidditch is the game where they're all flying around on brooms, and there's a game, and then there's a meta game. So there's the main game.
Pocus. That's where she flies on a vacuum. Okay. Go on.
Thank
Bette
you.
Midler.
But isn't that the guy? Isn't that the Righteous Brothers guy?
That's a woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's people flying around on brooms, right? And they gotta throw balls into hoops, right? That's the main game, and they rack
basketball.
up scores. Right, like basketball. Exactly like basketball.
Or like that game in The Emperor's New Groove. Oh, no. Yeah. No, The Road to El Dorado.
Oh no.
Road to El Dorado, I forgot
It's been a
about
long
that.
time.
That's a good little
This is gonna
show,
take
too.
me. Look, this is like I've taken like 2 pages of notes here.
I know.
And I've only gotten through halfway of describing the game.
You've taken notes, not tooken.
What did I say? Tooken? Mm-hmm. Did I say tooken?
Yep.
Oh my gosh! What kind of redneck? I took in some notes here.
He's gonna learn us.
Yeah, I'm gonna learn you some stuff here.
This golden balls.
He's never caught the snitch.
So they got the normal. They got the normal game going on, right? But there's a meta game going on in the background, and that's the two seekers. Usually it's Harry and the other. God, this is irritating. It's only 3 minutes in.
That's so good. He caught the itch. Wait, snitch.
I'm gonna shut our door.
Yeah, please. Your kids are downstairs? Is that what you said? Wow, those headphones go a long ways. That's impressive. And there's the seekers going on the whole time. And now the game goes on forever.
Yeah.
Until the golden snitch is caught. Right?
Yep.
That indicates the end of the game, but
that indicates the end of the game
for a good day. For a good day.
But even if you catch the snitch, you don't automatically win.
Right.
So if the other
exactly
you lose, buddy.
God. I should have talked about Sleeping Beauty first.
It's not about catching it. It's about what you do with it when you catch it.
You put a ring on it, Amber.
Penicillin. To catch what kind of snitch are you trying?
I thought they put the snitch in the ring.
No.
I thought they throw it through the ring.
No, they just grab it. The other balls are what's thrown through the ring.
Oh, there's more than one ball.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 different kinds of balls.
Oh.
There's the bludgeoner. There's the thingy.
Bludgeoner?
Yeah, because it knocks people out.
Bludger.
There's
the bludger?
A ball that knocks people out called the bludgeoner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. I don't know. But the whole point, the reason I brought this up
I let my daughter read these books.
It's pretty.
No, I know, it's great. This is so...
It's like sex ed.
So what? If you look back in Carl Jung's alchemical studies. So Carl Jung is a psychiatrist.
Is that the alchemy teacher?
Carl Jung is Carl Jung was a psychiatrist who was an understudy of Sigmund Freud.
No.
And so he got a lot more. No, he got a lot more things right than Sigmund Freud did. And so he did some.
No one knows that guy.
That's subjective because it's psychology, so you can't say if Sigmund Freud got it wrong or right.
I can. Psychology isn't all
Psychology is
subjective.
like based on opinions.
It is all
It's not.
subjective.
No, there are certain ways the brain works.
No, that's not
opinions.
psychology.
Yeah, it is.
That's science.
No, that's physiology.
No, it's like there is objective
Biology.
objective psychological truths.
No.
I'm just gonna throw that out there. Anywho,
No.
so in Carl Jung's alchemical book,
Alchemy book.
there is what's called the winged chaos. It's alchemical.
No, alchemy.
No, it's alchemical. There's something called the winged chaos, and it's a little ball with a wing, with a pair of wings.
Oh, wow.
And it's the manifestation of.
He must have copied J.K. Rowling with the Snitch.
Yes.
That bastard.
That is illegal. That is plagiarism.
Plagiarism. That's messed up. Honestly, now I'm mad.
And he changed it from alchemy to alchemy.
But come on, Kyle. You have to. You have to.
I thought I could last longer than this, but I gave up. It's about a ball, and it's real cool because the ball signifies reality and what happens when you discover reality. And so the whole point is the seekers are trying to chase the balls, and they're trying to chase reality.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's this huge symbol that no one really knows how J.R.R. Tolkien, not J.R.R.
Wow.
What's her name?
He wrote,
J.K. Rowling.
He wrote Lord of the
Game
Rings.
Thrones.
No. Why do they have all similar names? What's up with that? George R. Martin.
Well, it's like serial killers. They all have 3 names.
Oh, yeah.
And
Bundy.
authors have... Oh, that's why I need to publish my book under initials.
Oh yeah.
A-L-E-K.
You know, I bet you someone's listening to this wondering why the heck I brought up the Golden Snitch, and you guys keep talking about Game of Thrones and Golden Snatches, and they're like, I just want to hear Kyle's explanation.
They're probably wondering about that golden snatch too.
Yeah, some of them might be.
So Sigmund Freud invented the golden snatch.
Ow.
You said something about Sleeping Beauty. What?
Yeah, I wanted to get through this first. I'm talking about the neat, like, archetypal stories that are embedded in some of the stories that we all listen to and love without even knowing they're there. One of which is the Golden Snitch in Harry Potter. It's the thing that we all seek, and yet it's the way you win the big game that is life. While there's a bunch of other games going on that you also have to play.
Little do they know.
Okay,
life
I get
sucks
it.
and then you die. So
I'm having a good life, thank you very much. You Downer, you Debbie Downer, you Kelsey Downer. Gosh.
Anywho,
and so it made me think about other stories like the Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
Like, so if you think about it, Sleeping Beauty, right? They're these old couple who finally want to have a kid, and
wait, they're not old.
Well, they're pretty old.
No.
They're pretty old.
No.
They just have a baby.
They're
Yeah.
pretty old. No, they're pretty
No,
old. Well, if you read the story,
Have you read the
R.R.
story?
Grimm, is it really R.R. Grimm? No, the Grimm's brothers.
Yeah.
The Grimm's brothers story. They're an aging couple who wants to finally have a kid, and they're really well off, and they think, oh, we can
No,
bring
it's
a
a
kid.
king and queen. She's a princess.
Yeah.
You didn't say that.
Well, I
Said it's
didn't
an
think I
old
needed to. I thought that was
couple
kind of.
that
I thought that was.
No, that's like the biggest
That
part
was
of
a
the thing.
given. That was a given.
The evil person wants to take the princess.
Wrong.
Her name is Aurora.
Wrong. So isn't that Cinderella?
Magnificent.
No, Cinderella's Cinderella.
Oh, that makes sense, huh?
That's really her name.
So yeah, it really is her name. So basically, but they're very protective. They're like the Oedipal parents, right? They're very protective of her, and so they invite everyone to her coming of age party, except they don't invite Maleficent.
Coming of age
No,
party.
it's when
No, it was
she's
like a
born.
christening.
It's when she's a baby.
Oh, is it when she's born?
And they invite the 3 fairies, but they don't invite Maleficent, so
right.
she gets mad. So
Right.
the fairies
Yeah.
bestow gifts on her, and the first 2 go, and the Maleficent
Right.
says whenever she's 16, she'll prick her finger and go to sleep.
That's when she comes of age.
Right,
So or die. And so then the 3rd fairy gets to do her bestowment, and she
and
says instead of dying, she will just sleep for 100 years until she's kissed by true love's kiss.
Right, and so what all that symbolizes is a very protective set of parents. They don't invite potential harm into their child's life because they protect them from everything. And so finally, when the like they get rid of all the needles, right? They get rid of all those sewing needles,
The spinning wheels.
Yeah.
right? And so a normal parent would like allow their kid to experience some kind of danger in life, right? So they're
I
not
don't
just
know. I'm not a parent, to be honest. So
Amber?
I couldn't tell you.
What?
you allow your kids to experience some kind of like you don't just shelter them and keep them in a bubble, right?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
I've been raised to believe that anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And
You went skydiving the other day.
Well, I mean, I accepted it could go
sucks
wrong.
and then you die. So.
Well, the whole point is it's a story of how being overprotective basically allows your offspring to just wither away. Because as soon as she experiences the one prick, she is knocked unconscious.
Yeah, I've gone through the same thing. You just experience that one prick. Unconscious.
Right, it knocks you out of the ball because you weren't ready for it.
You're telling me.
And so the whole is like you should allow evil to enter your child's life a little bit at some point.
No, because the evil that they were trying to keep out got in and bam.
Because they didn't let her in the first place, remember? She wouldn't have been so ticked off if they haven't let her in the first place.
Do you have any other analogies?
Yeah.
Because so far I think I just don't.
That's because you're just not listening, Kelsey.
Oh,
you're just not listening to my in-depth analysis of Disney princess movies. I can do Pinocchio if you'd like. Pinocchio's a good one. Pinocchio.
This is about Pinocchio.
This is. I know you have a joke about Pinocchio.
Pinocchio used to freak me out as a kid. I did not like it. The donkey part.
Yeah, the
yes, that's one of the best
and
parts.
They keep him in the cage.
Yes.
Well, no, they keep him in the cage, and then the fox, and they kidnap him.
Yes, it's terrifying.
The turning into
the
a
creepy old man that makes himself a little boy.
That's. I don't remember that part.
I'm trying to think.
Creepy old man. That's but
Geppetto
what you just said,
makes himself a little boy.
Yeah, he creates life.
Oh, like
he's a sad dad who creates life. But it's literally, obviously, it's a story about a boy becoming a real man, right? So it's the boy becoming a real boy.
No, it's about a wooden puppet becoming a real boy.
I think you totally missed the meaning of that whole
I haven't even started.
story.
Okay, like you said, the donkey part scares you. That when he turns into a jackass, that's actually huge because he learns that when he lies and he's untruthful to himself, he becomes a jackass.
Yeah,
that's what happens to anybody if they start lying too much. They turn into a jackass.
A donkey.
Right, and so it's great. And then they have
Did y'all watch the one with Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
No.
No, I did not.
You really like that guy.
Yeah, he played Pinocchio.
I never saw that, no. Live action Pinocchio?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That just sounds terrifying.
But anywho, the way he becomes a real boy, right, is he has to go into the depths of the whale, save his dad, bring him back up. And that's true. There was
like Jesus.
Well, no.
Like Jonah and the whale.
So is the blue fairy like absinthe?
No, blue fairy is the consciousness. No. Blue fairy is...
That's the green fairy.
No, I don't know who blue fairy was. Blue fairy is like the truth. It's kind of like God, essentially. Is like the primal mode of being. And Jiminy Cricket, JC, is Jesus Christ, is your consciousness. And obviously, he's very obvious about that. That's very on the nose, is I'm your consciousness. I speak to you. And even though his consciousness messes up a couple times, and then he starts rattling off some excuse about why he doesn't know what he's talking about, which makes a lot of sense, because sometimes your consciousness just is stupid. So you just
called baby Jesus stupid?
No, I called that form of okay. Yeah, which is fine. Yeah. Anywho, it's really cool, and there's like all these other like you got mad at me for Beauty and the Beast like a couple months ago when I tried to describe what Beauty and the Beast was about and why most people like it.
No, I got mad at you because I said that's my favorite one, and he goes, "Let me tell you why it's your favorite."
I didn't say it like that.
Yes,
I said,
you did.
I know why it's your favorite.
No,
I said it like that.
I'm going to tell you why it's your favorite. I said, I don't need you to tell me why I like something. You're like, no, just listen. I'll tell you why it's your favorite.
It's the classic story of a woman trying to save a man from being a beast.
I'm sorry, I don't want a project.
No, that is not why I like it.
It's not that.
But that's
not
what it's about.
Classic story.
But you're telling me why I liked it.
Right. Why do you like it?
You're trying to tell me why I liked it.
Fix a man, Amber.
No, not
it's
fix,
because she got to sit around and read all day, and all the dishes did the cleaning.
That's fair.
That's even worse.
Why is that worse?
Because it's such a silly reason to like him. You don't like it for that reason. You're making that up. I can see it in your eyes.
Out of all the princesses, she reads all the time. He gives her own library, and then she has a really pretty garden. She doesn't have to do any of the cleaning. She doesn't have to do any work, and they just give her all these free clothes.
But she's a prisoner.
And she just gets to read all day.
Honestly, that's like Stockholm Syndrome.
That's the interpretation, but
they say that there is no such thing as Stockholm Syndrome. The people who've actually been kidnapped, they said that's not right.
Yeah, I buy that.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah, I think it's just it's not. I don't think it's Stockholm Syndrome. You just kind of see your captor as like a human.
It's a norm.
But if you people who've been kept captive for a long time, I've watched interviews and they said no, that's not what happens. They say that you're just trying to survive, and so you play along.
Okay. Oh yeah.
They're like, but we never.
So where did this come from? Where did that come from?
It's psychology, which I said is subjective.
Some of it is subjective.
Anywho, I don't like the Beauty and the Beast one. Go on. Because I think it's stupid.
And then
Not
he gets
everyone
hot
is
at
looking
the
for.
end.
I never said not everyone is looking for it, but that is a female fantasy, is to find a...
Oh,
hold on.
Speaking as a female, or
Well, I've done some research. It's to find a very beast of a man, and then to kind of... Because all men are kind of
But maybe-
cavemen, and we need women to be civilized. We need women to make us conscious.
I've never been more
disagree.
No.
Sometimes you want to keep the man beast-like.
Well, no, exactly. No, but you do. You want to keep the beast in him, but you don't want him to be an unshaven, uncivilized animal. You want to kind of civilize him, but you want him to have those beast qualities. Really, though, don't you?
No, I do not.
What do you want in your man?
I want a smart man
Yeah.
that can take care of himself.
Yeah.
But so she's not going to go get with a
I'm not
beast
gonna get
and try
with
to change him.
That's
why would
fine.
I'm not looking to take on a project, man.
It's not a project.
Yeah. Well, if you're trying to change him, it is.
You're not trying to change him.
That's what you
want
said,
to.
that every woman want. No, that's the project. That's what she's saying. She doesn't want
I see
to
what
be
you're
with
saying.
someone that she has
Okay,
to
so you're
work on.
You're not necessarily taming the guy. Women make men conscious. So like me, I could have driven around my 1998 Chevy Prism until the day it decided to just completely die, right?
Kyle, though, that's a little
And then I started
different.
talking to females, and I went, I kind of care about the car I drive.
Well,
It's kind of worrisome.
But it was only because
Of a
you
female.
wanted specific company and you were trying to impress them
No,
to gain that company.
No, it wasn't impressive. It was being embarrassed of my old ride, and so I wanted to change that. Yeah, I was embarrassed. I was like, oh, well, no girl should be attracted to a guy who drives this kind of a car with no door handles, no AC, nothing. Like, I wouldn't blame a girl if they went, yeah, it's kind of ratty of you to have a car like that.
No,
And so-
I would have been like, oh, he's 22, man.
Nah, I mean, that's fine. Good on you. But I would say, and I don't have a problem with making myself better to be more attractive. I don't care about that. But that's what
I
I'm
feel
saying.
like you're digging pretty deep into this Beauty and the Beast thing.
Yeah.
Well, they're not. Okay, no. There's
I want
there's
to
a-
sit you on a couch real quick.
There's a reason why these movies are so popular, and that's because they speak to us on deeper levels. There are some movies that
No,
suck.
it's
and
the
that's because
songs.
Well, those help too.
I love the songs.
Those help too, absolutely. But now there are certain archetypal stories that reach to us, like when you hear that, like
to the test.
like when you hear that Geppetto is at the bottom of the whale.
I don't
You just kind of
like-
understand it. You don't really question it. You just kind of go, oh
Are there
yeah.
songs in Pinocchio?
No, are there songs in Pinocchio?
That's why I didn't like it.
I don't know.
I don't think
Boom.
there's songs in Pinocchio.
It is.
Yeah,
the
I don't like
songs.
songs though. I hate that. It's so annoying.
I wonder what that means
They just
about
start-
you.
Well, I just don't like singing.
Ariel has the best songs.
Yeah,
and
she's got some
Beauty
good
and the
ones.
Beast has the best songs.
I think Little Mermaid has the best song. And oh no, Pocahontas has some pretty good music though. Oh, and Mulan. Oh yeah, Mulan's got some kicking tunes on that one. Anywho, well, I hope we've enlightened you on anything during this conversation. Kelsey and Amber don't care. And
No, you're onto something with the balls.
Yeah.
With that wing thing and the
I didn't
psychology.
even explain that.
No,
I didn't even
you
explain
did.
it. No, I didn't get to anything.
You got to the point.
Seekers, reality.
It's also another form of curiosity, is when you're not in control of where your curiosity goes. So what is in control of your curiosity? That's the question. I digress.
He's so boring.
Thanks for joining us on the Mix Off Air podcast. We, Duffy, Amber, Kelsey, and I, we're on Mixed Mornings every weekday, 6 to 10.
Now I know why Duffy didn't want to be in here.
We'll see you then.
Makes sense.
Oh, yeah, huh?